Good morning, students. Okay, we would continue the chapter. So, what are you anyway? So, in the previous class, we have seen that okay, all right, that the girl was really the girl was verbally harassed by the Nortons. She was asked many questions. Um, those questions were really undigestible for the girl, or even those questions were beyond her concepts. And somehow, okay, being harassed by the questions, the girl Carol wanted to change her seat and she requested to the air hostess to change her seat. Okay, till there we had discussed yesterday or in the previous class. Now we continue with the next part of the story. I'm sorry, but we don't have time to move you now. We are serving a meal. Ask me later if you like. So, okay, all right. To that question, whether she could change her seat, to that, okay, all right. The air hostess told the inconvenience that she had. She told me that she was the entire crew were busy in serving the meals that they wouldn't be able to find her in another seat. And she asked, or their hostess asked Carol to let her know later so that she would make the arrangement later. I'm sorry. After Carol has eaten and had her tray taken, the man says, "What are you anyway?" My wife and I were wondering. So, okay, all right. So, when she was told that the air hostess were busy, she came back to her seat and she too had her food. And in the meanwhile, okay, all right, Norton asked Carol what she was, what she was, because okay, all right, he just showed up his concern, saying that he and his wife were really wondering or had been discussing about the type she was, whether okay, all right, the race she belonged to. Carol blinks, sees the man's clear blue eyes, and drops her head. What do you mean? She says. She really, okay, all right. Mr. Norton was really asking her the questions related to her race. He wanted to know about her race, but actually the child could not understand the question. So she asked Norton what he meant by the question. You know, what are you? What race? Okay, so he finally asked her or told her clearly what doubt they had. So Norton told Carol or asked Carol what her race was. Carol's mouth drops. Race? What is that? She doesn't understand. Yet, she senses that the man is asking a bad question. She wishes her mom and dad were there. They could tell what race meant. So, okay, all right. So, when he clearly told Carol what or asked Carol what her race was, all of a sudden Carol got surprised because that was beyond the concept of a young child. And definitely she further asked what it was. She did not understand the question. Yet she senses that the man is okay, all right. She did not understand the question, and also she understood that the man was asking a wrong question or a bad question, and she really knew that the question was something bad, and the question should not have been asked to a child like Carol. So she wanted her parents right that time with her there in the flight so as to answer Norton what race they belonged to. That doll of yours is black. Henry Norton says, that's a Negro doll. That's race, Negro. What's your race? So, okay, all right. In the initial or the initial paragraphs, we have seen that the color of the doll of the color of the doll of Carol was black. So now he here says that the doll she had was black, and that was a Negro doll. We know that, okay, the Negroes are really black in color. So, okay, all right. So he was trying to specify what really race meant. So she told her that she was having or holding a Negro black color Negro doll with hair. So that was the color of the doll was black, and for the sole reason of the color, the doll was a Negro doll. That was the so-called um, comment of the man Norton. So she told her that the doll was Negro, and he further asked what was her race again. What was the race of Carol? The question still confuses her. Put it this way, the man says, what's your father? So, okay, all right. So, even though Henry Norton tried to make her understand what race meant by saying that since she had the black doll, the doll was a Negro, and Negro was a kind of race. And when she was asked further the question, definitely she didn't understand anything at all of the race. So the man was trying to simplify the question, saying that, okay, further he asked what was his father. The question baffles her. What is her father? He is her dad. He is her dad, and every Sunday morning he makes pancakes for the whole family and lets Carol pours hot syrup on them, and afterwards he tells her stories. So, okay, all right. In order to make the question simple, he asked her further what her father was. So to that, okay, all right. She didn't understand the question even, so she got confused, and she asked her to herself what her father is, or what her father was. So to that, her answer was that, okay, her father was her dad, and okay, all right, he was a kind dad who used to make pancakes on every Sunday on his holidays, and she who used to spend the time with the family, and who used to tell her the stories regarding the time of the day. Okay, all right. Norton leans towards Carol. Say you had a coloring book. What color would you make your dad? So, okay, all right. So, Norton was not ready to leave the child like that. He wanted to further investigate on the child regarding her race. So, further he asked what color she would choose in order to color her dad on a drawing book. I never use just one color. To that, okay, Carol replied that she used different colors on her color book. Okay, what color would you make his face? So all of a sudden, okay, already he asked Norton asked Carol what would be the color she would use on the face of her father if she drew a image of her father on a coloring book. So to that she replied that she would use the brown color. And your mother, Carol imagines a blank page. What would she put in her mother's face? She has to put something in there. She can't leave it blank. I don't know. Sure you do, Mrs. Norton says. How would you color your mother's face? Yellow. Okay, all right. So further they asked, or the man asked what color she would use in order to color the face of her mother if drawn on a coloring page. So okay, all right. So to that, okay, definitely she was not able to reply to them because she was okay. Her mother was belonging to the white color or was white, while her father was black. So okay, all right. So she was not ready to answer him. So, okay, so she said that she did not know what color she would use to color the face of her mother. So in the meanwhile, Mrs. Notter intervenes and says definitely she would be able to do that. And to that, okay, all right. So when the not Mrs. Norton insisted what color she would use, to that she replied that she would be using yellow color so as to face the color of her mother. Carol sees Mr. and Mrs. Norton look each other. Is your mother Chinese? Mrs. Norton asked. Okay, all right. So here, from the very sentence itself or the statement itself, we understand that these are the questions. Those are really disturbing, harassing, and irritating. So okay, all right. So when she said yellow color, both the couples started to have a little conversation between them. So then, the meanwhile, Mrs. Norton asked Carol whether her mother was a Chinese. No. Are you sure you would color hair yellow? No. So okay, all right. She was not able to digest the question, so she further asked. Mrs. Norton further asked whether she would use only yellow color so as to color the face of her mother. So okay, all right. So to that she said, no. What else might you color her? What else? Carol feels ashamed at her stupidity. A tear raises down her cheek. Red, she finally says. So when the couples insisted her to talk about the color she would use in order to color the face of her mother on a drawing book, so the questions really harassed her. She felt ashamed of those questions, and she was crying since she was humiliated by the questions they asked regarding the color of her mother and father. Okay, fine. So finally, she agreed to the color, saying that she would use red color so as to color the face of her mother. Red, you can't color a face red. Is your mother white? Is she like me? Her face, is it the same color as mine? So okay, all right. When she said that she would use red color so as to color the face of her mother, the Norton couples were not ready to accept the color because they said that no one would use so as to color a human being's face in red. So okay, they further asked her the questions whether her mother looked white in colors as that of the color of Betty Norton. To that, Carol says that her mother's color was white and your father's brown. Carol nods. Then you say brown. When you say brown, do you mean he is a Negro? Okay, all right. So again, the family tried to harass the girl by their questions. So further, they asked whether his father was brown. So to that, Carol agrees that her father's color was brown. So okay, all right. Further, they asked whether his father was a Negro. Yes, of course, her father is a Negro. If Mrs. Norton wanted to know all along if her dad was a Negro, why didn't she just ask? So you are mixed. Mrs. Norton says you are a mulatto. So, okay, all right. When they asked whether her father was a Negro, to that she said that okay, her father was a Negro. She confirmed it, and definitely she was offended by that. What is the indirect questions that they had, so as to make out the color and race of her father and mother. So, okay, all right. Those questions really troubled the little girl, and okay, finally the couple again made the comment saying that okay, that she was a mixed in the sense mixed people are the ones whose parents are either white or black. Okay, all right. So since she was a mixed child, Mrs. Norton told her that she was a mulatto. Okay, mulatto is rather an offensive word for someone with one black parent and one white parent. Do not use this word, of course. Okay, all right. This is an offensive word. So, okay, all right. So, the Nortons were not that kind-hearted. So they directly told the girl that she was a mulatto. Carol's lip quivers. What's a mulatto? Why do they keep asking her what she is? She isn't anything. So, okay, all right. So, she Carol couldn't control her emotions. Her lips were shivering, and she couldn't understand even the word what mulatto meant. So, she asked, "What was mulatto?" So is that it? You are a mulatto? You know what a mulatto is, don't you? Haven't your parents taught you that way? So okay, all right. When she asked what mulatto meant, they further tried to provoke the girl, saying that she was a mulatto, and further they asked whether she didn't know what was meant by mulatto, and asked her whether her parents hadn't told her what or whether her parents hadn't taught her what the word mulatto meant. Approaching with a cart of juice, the stewardess looks up and smiles at Carol. That gives her a rush of courage. So in the meanwhile, okay, all right, the so-called air hostess had reached the row of the seat in which Carol and the Nortons were sitting. So on reaching the seat, the stewardess just looked at Carol and gave her a fine smile, and with the very smile of the air hostess, Carol rose up to her own courage. "Leave me alone," she screams at Mrs. Norton. So she get offended by the questions, and particularly the unknown words like mulatto and all really confused, harassed. So okay, all right. So till then, before the arrival of the air hostess, she was slightly ashamed and afraid. But on seeing the air hostess nearby, she rose to her own courage, and she asked the couples, particularly she shouted at Mrs. Norton and told her to let her be alone. Passengers stared. So she shouted at them, or she talked to the Norton family loudly, saying that she should be left alone. Passengers stare. The stewardess spills a drink. Mrs. Norton sits back hard in her seat, her hands raised, fingers spread. Carol sees people watching. So, okay, all right, her sound, as Carol's sound rose up, everyone got surprised, or everyone started to look at her and the couples very eagerly. In the meanwhile, the air hostess handed over them the drinks, And okay, all right, Mrs. Norton, in the meanwhile, just sat back to her own seat, and she was also little troubled on seeing the girl, tensed and worried. Why do you keep asking me if my dad is Negro? Yes, he is Negro. Okay, okay, Negro, Negro. So okay, all right. The girl, in the meanwhile, got um, went out of her control. She got angry and she asked them why they were um, insisting her to speak whether her father was a Negro. So, okay, all right. She told them that her father was a Negro. Calm down, Mrs. Norton says, reaching over. In the meanwhile, okay, all right, they understood, or particularly Mrs. Norton understood that, okay, all right, that the scene was getting out of their control, or it was going, it was being noticed by everyone in the flight. So she asked her to keep quiet by touching the girl. Don't touch her, the stewardess says. So in the meanwhile, okay, already the stewardess or the air hostess was standing nearby. So the air hostess told Mrs. Norton not to touch her. Who are these people? Someone says from across the aisle. Imagine talking to a child like that, and in 1970. So okay, all right. So in the meanwhile, okay, other passengers also intervened into the issue and asked. One of the passengers asked who those couples were, because okay, all right. How could one imagine, given at that at that time, talking about the race to a child? Okay, all right. So okay, no one could digest this so-called idea of talking about the race, color, and creed of particularly of a child. So one of the passengers asked who those uncultured people were. Okay, they were the passenger talked about Nortons. One woman sitting in front of Carol stands up and turns around. Would you like to come and sit with me, little girl? So in the meanwhile, one of the women who was sitting just in front of her seat stood up and asked Carol whether she would like to join with her in the row of seats that she was sitting. No, Carol shouts, I don't like all these questions. She keeps asking me how I would color my parents in a coloring book. Why do you keep asking me that? So to the okay, when she was offered the seat in front by the woman who was sitting in front of her, she told the woman that okay, that she didn't want the seat. She didn't want the seat. Instead, she was okay. She couldn't control her emotion, so she further continued. Um, or she told them that she hadn't liked all the questions that she was asked regarding her parents, regarding the color of her parents. So all those questions really offended her. So she asked why those people were continuously asking her the irritating questions about her family members. Mrs. Norton pleads with Carol to stop. In the meanwhile, okay, all right. Mrs. Norton really understood that things had gone out of their control, so she requested the girl to stop. How would you like that if that happened to you? Carol says. So what are you anyway? What are your parents? How would you color them? Well, I don't care. I don't even care. So okay, all right. So when Mrs. Norton requested the girl to stop all the scenes, creating the scenes, all of a sudden the girl confronted Mrs. Norton with her own questions. So she asked, what would they feel if they were in her place to face the questions asked by them? So Carol told them, okay, that she never got bothered of the color of the other people, or she never looked down the people in terms of their color, creed, religion they belong to. How would you like to come and sit with me? The stewardess says, smiling. I will make you a special drink. Have you ever had a Shirley Temple? So, okay, all right. In the meanwhile, the air hostess somehow or other wanted to make the scene calm and quiet. So she asked the little girl whether she would um, sit with the air hostess in her seat, and she offered her a special drink. Okay, all right. Carol nods enthusiastically. Already she feels better. Clutching a me, she passes by the Norton, who swing their legs to let her out. Okay, all right. When the air hostess asked whether Carol would be ready to sit with her in her seat, um, Carol readily agrees to the offer. She was ready to sit with the air hostess so as to continue her journey. So she was very happy to hear the question, and in the meanwhile, okay, all right, she got a kind of relief, and she carried her doll Ami along with her, and she moved out of the seat in which she was sitting along with the Nortons. My God, Carol hears Mrs. Norton tell her husband talk about sensitive. So okay, all right. So in the meanwhile, the couples also got relieved, and also the woman Mrs. Norton just um, got angry with her husband, saying that okay, that he should be very sensitive, that he should ask only the sensible questions, not the foolish questions like that he had asked Ami, or God, sorry, no, asked Carol, or the questions those he had asked the girl Carol were quite offensive and irritating questions, so she asked her husband not to repeat such questions, particularly when they are out in the society. Okay, all right. So that's the end of the story. Okay, all right. So, here, students, you have the question answers following up. So make sure that okay, that you complete your copy. After, okay, as we cover a chapter, you may complete the chapter, write down the question answers. You are already given with the answers, so you may copy it from the particular PDF files you are given with. So refer to it and write down the questions along with the meanings on your fair copy. Okay, all right. So that's the end of the story and the class today. Okay, fine. Goodbye.